Oh, you just search for zombie?
No, I typed in characters.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm
Jesus.
I'm a tiefling.
Well,
You look like some weird mix between Hellboy and just some
What is
horrible lucid dream that is happening on the many
Hey, Josh,
mushrooms
just so you
that
know, we're
Oregon
live
is
now.
partaking
this? Are we?
ciao! Yeah.
Ciao. Oh my god. Kerchoo.
in. Yeah, okay. That is live.
Is that avocado on
Are
pizza?
we starting?
Whoa! What the heck?
It was, yeah. It was avocado on pizza.
Was it good?
Oh
Face
my god,
fell
that
off.
pizza was amazing.
It looks amazing.
So this is what I did. I took raw shrimp. Nope, I did that wrong. I took raw shrimp and I like with the shell still on it or whatever, and I threw it into a pan with some butter, some garlic, and some seasonings. Cooked that up, right? After I was done cooking it, before it got 100% cooked, like 80% cooked, I took it out so it could cool down and peel off the shells, and then reduced that buttery shrimp juicy mixture down, and then I took broccoli, got it so it was like nice small pieces, warmed it up, or whatever. Once the pizza once the oven was preheated, I threw the broccoli on there, threw that yummy shrimpy stuff on there, took that reduction, put that on top of there, took the whole pizza, seasoned it, threw it inside the oven. When it came out, then I added the avocado on top. I won't lie, that was better than pizza that I've had from even like what do they call it? Like brick oven places or like wood fire places. Aside
looks
from the
good.
crust was meh. But the rest of the pizza was amazing. And also, Peppa Pig, what the fuck happened to you?
I know. I'm like, oh, it's
Life has
uncomfortable.
been
Hey, Goomba.
Pig.
Is this how
Why am
Ophios
I an
looks?
Oscar spot and Elijah spot?
Yeah,
This is-
I'm also
this is-
Chris Ellen today, so hello everybody. I get to be charming today.
We'll fix
Guys,
that.
this is Ophios disguise now. Remember?
It's baby head Ophios. How many days old is Ophios now?
2, 3.
3 days old?
3 days old.
Dude, 7-Eleven pizza
Look
is
how far
garbage.
you've come.
Straight garbage.
What pizza?
7-Eleven pizza.
Oh, I've never had it.
Absolutely.
It's probably like once pizza.
You need to relax.
All right. There you go. I got you. This will be Chris Allen today. Just because Doxy was hitting on Jake last night. So, oh my god.
Wow, I look really seductive.
Oh man. I don't know, Tyler, can you hold for a second?
Do what?
I'm still Oscar.
You are. Yeah, you're both alive.
What do you want me to do?
Wait, how are you Oscar?
Hold
Oh,
me.
I haven't done this yet.
There
Sorry.
you go. Yeah.
I just had to click a button.
Ophios, yank on my hair. Close enough.
Guys,
Did I
this is,
do
what
it?
this is what I've been dealing with.
We're waiting on you, homie.
What? Me?
God, it's been an hour and we've just been sitting here waiting for you.
Listen,
Yeah,
Nice
you
of you
been
to
here at
finally
all.
show up, by the way.
Now I'm eating my key lime pie, you know.
That sounds so good.
What key lime
I
pie?
love key lime pie. Yeah.
Key lime pie.
By the way, yes, I'm eating pie with a spoon because dessert is meant to be eaten with a spoon.
That's actually not true.
Honestly,
True.
Not true.
I don't give a shit what implement you eat your food with, just as long as you're eating delicious food. If you're wasting your time with shitty food, I'm gonna be upset with you. But if you are
Name something
not-
dessert-wise that is better to be eaten with a fork.
Absolutely.
Oh shit!
That's why.
Oh shit!
Oh god.
Nope.
All
Oh
right.
god.
More
Oh.
crumbs with a fork than you do with a spoon.
Cake.
Nope, you
Get
still
that.
lose.
Get that.
Ready?
Yeah.
Strawberries.
Unicorns.
You eat those with a hand.
Oh no! What, you barbarian? What if I? What
Can we
if I just?
start?
What if I just pooped? Need a fork.
You wash your hands.
God, that is a concern, and you should watch. your
God, can we
hands.
start?
Hi everybody. Can we start now?
We're waiting on you.
We're waiting on you.
I'm waiting on Josh to get serious. Messy ruins streams forever.
I told you, Josh is the Messi of Throne Keeper.
No, yeah, I agree. I 100% agree.
I'm role playing.
I don't even know what that is behind you.
It's a radiator. It's a stupid radiator.
Is it a real radiator?
Yes. Yeah.
I told him to take a sledgehammer to it. He said no.
Why
I
did
didn't
we
take a
not
personal
see that
problem.
yesterday?
Because it was zoomed in slightly.
I mean, you could do that again. I don't know.
No, I have to turn the camera off, and so they would screw up Scott's thing. So.
No, you're at the bottom.
Do it.
Do it,
Imagine
fix
being
it.
at the bottom.
It's nice.
Couldn't be me.
You don't have to
Fix
make
it, move the
choices.
radiator.
You don't have to.
So, you know.
All right, everybody.
Are
Hi.
you trying to say you're a power bottom, Josh?
Power.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, hi, Scott.
How was everybody's day today?
I mean, key lime pie, so it's pretty good.
Only
right
took
now.
you long enough to show up. Holy moly.
Yes, I totally wasn't here from the beginning.
I mean, in all honesty,
Are
when
we
I joined the
start now?
call, you weren't here.
I was here. I was here eating pizza. You were the first one on the call. I was eating pizza, and I was like, I could turn on my camera, but then I couldn't eat my pizza because Tyler might want to talk to me. I wanna eat my
Liar.
pizza.
Oh,
First of
that's
all,
just
he's
Oh, wait,
rude.
you're the second one here. Will was the
He's-
first one here.
I was the first one.
Because
Josh was the,
I
Josh
saw Will
was the
ping,
second
and I
one
had to
here.
allow
I
him
was
in, and I
third.
turned off the security.
Tyler was in here third, which that just tells me you were not even looking at the screen after you let
Tyler
me
was
in.
in
No.
second.
If
Josh
you,
was
if you were
third.
here,
Josh was
Josh
in,
was second.
and then
Oh,
Tyler.
that wasn't paying attention.
if you were here,
I was
what
watching
was
an
our
oversimplified
conversation?
video.
What is Will and Mai's opinion on pooping at work? If you were here,
Just so you
That's a
know,
good
my
question.
headphones weren't in. I had earbuds in because I was listening to Oversimplified.
So you were here.
I mean, I was
Yeah.
here. I was here.
no, doesn't count. It
I was
doesn't count.
looking there.
Well, just for future reference, just so
I think
you
it's-
know.
I think I know what it is. I think I know.
I mean,
You
I know.
always poop on the company dime.
Absolutely. So I said this earlier, and it
I'm
is
pro pooping.
my
by the way,
Vote for
no.
me.
to get into the office was to go into the office, put my stuff down, and then immediately walk to the washroom and take a shit for 20 minutes.
See, no. I'm a home throne kind of guy. You know what I mean?
That's totally fair, and I get that. And there have been workplaces where I haven't done that because of the
Listen,
bathroom situation. but
15
we have a
years
nice
of
bathroom.
working in restaurants where I could be the one that like dropped a bomb in the bathroom, then walked out and stood like next to the person whose food I was just about to bring out from the kitchen 2.5 minutes later. Yeah. I just trained myself years ago. You can go 16 hours without pooping. It's fine. It's cool.
Not
If you're doing a
healthy.
16-hour shift and you didn't poop before you went to work, you don't poop until after you get home.
I mean,
Scott, you are lucky you don't
You're
have
that-
my medical stuff because you would not be able to do that ever.
That's me too.
The idea that I might bump into somebody in the bathroom and then deliver their food immediately afterwards just completely skeeved me out as a diner at a restaurant. So I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
I mean, the military trained me to poop with 60 people in a room, so I'm good.
But that's fine. It doesn't matter if
They all
somebody else is in the
watch?
room.
I mean,
They all
hey, look. What happens in the head stays in the head. All right.
Yeah.
The latrine is you know what? Yondas. What about Yondas? What's Yondas doing right now?
Giannis is taking a shit in front of 60 people.
With the
He's
crystal.
probably shouting, "Should I say in your mouth, yeah?"
Weird. That's a little weird.
Yondas.
That's a little weird.
Yeah, I don't
How
know.
was
I don't
your
know
day,
that one,
Scott?
Chief.
How was your day, Scott?
Stressful. Like I said, I got to work and I was angry, like pretty much as I walked in the door.
When did you say that?
Me.
And so it made the day easier because I didn't have to think about other things. For like an hour and 15 minutes, I was like, after I was done being angry, I was like, oh, that was nice. It actually distracted me for a bit. Speaking of distracting you all for a bit, hi everybody, how are we doing tonight?
Boo.
Tonight, we're going to distract everybody that's watching as well as everybody that's playing by doing a rounds table version, well, rectangle table, version of a slam poetry night. So we're going to start with our slam poetry champion. His name is Messy Cat. Messy, please, could you start us off with a slam poetry?
Yellow tape around the body.
All right. I mean,
That's a fucking homicide.
Why are you clapping?
That is
I thought it was snapping.
His face is on a
snapping is a
t-shirt.
cheering
It's
and
That's
everything.
afterwards.
It's music. It's
Yeah.
different things.
you can do
His
things
face
like
is on a t-shirt and his family's traumatized.
Josh,
It's traumatizing. You missed the beat now.
You have to clap.
he wants to clap.
Yeah, and then make sure you clap on this one too. I didn't even mean to shoot him. He just caught me by surprise.
He's
I.
clearly reading something off right now.
He said,
I I. Come on, Josh.
Josh,
What are
I.
you doing?
Dropping
You're
the
throwing.
ball, man.
Sorry.
I prefer ASMR time over
He's
this.
colorblind, so he has struggles. All right, Messi.
Right.
It bleeds into notes too.
Go ahead, Messi. Keep going.
I'm just reading Yellow Tape. It's a song.
Oh, you actually
Yeah.
Googled something? Oh, you
So
piece of
that's a
shit.
song
Sorry,
that
Yeah.
Murder on My Mind. It's
Yeah.
called Murder
You
on My
ruined
Mind.
all of this.
Oh, I like the GIF. It's good.
Well, I can't go much further because there's words in here I'm not allowed to say legally.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, I got
Like
one.
Scott.
I got one. Baby shark.
Oh,
Do do. Do do. Do do. Do do.
Why do you like doo-doo so much? All right, guys, let's get serious.
Okay, I was going to start the video. All right, so can we actually, God.
last time on Regicide.
It's cool
Thank
seeing
you.
I'm not the only one who gets like in trouble for saying funny jokes. And Scott's.
Have you not been in chat? I get unmodded and banned daily.
Yeah, I
So-
know that, but I don't watch you guys because, again, I.
Well, spoilers, right? Because you knew
Yeah.
this crossover was coming. Scott, speaking of crossovers,
Yeah, speaking of crossovers, you guys are outside.
talking about the Jake
of
Unfairly Odd Parents crossover mega episode?
Yeah,
that's a good
one. Oh, hold on. Wait, hold on. Security, unmute themselves, removed. Now, if you're muted, you can't unmute, even if you mute you. You're stuck there, Messi. Bad
Josh,
boy.
grab you real quick.
What?
So everyone test it out to piss off Scott.
why'd he unplug his mic?
Who?
Messy. That's not how technology works, sir.
How can he even be stupid? Like, no matter what you do, Messi's the dumbest one in the room. Like, why? Why does this happen? Florida. Sorry, my apologies.
Ooh, my pizza just got here. So excited.
Do you want to
I'm
go?
glad you're getting your pizza.
Do you want to go run and grab the pizza arena since this doesn't pertain to you yet?
Okay.
Okay.
She has a
Don't tell me. Say
delivery person.
less.
So, yeah, you guys are
Thank you.
brainstorming. So you guys were out there waiting for Mog to finally lead you into the city. Oh, finally, he leads you in after the conversation and so on and so forth. And apparently these two are going to act as a bit of a decoy in case you need them, wherever the case may be. Finally leads you into the city. As he leads you into the city, he casts that spell on you and makes it so that in theory the other specters or whatever it happens to be won't be able to notice you. But as again previously mentioned, only if they happen to not be keen ones. Some that are a little bit more keen might still notice you, so you can't just like walk plainly out in the open. You're gonna have to actually use a degree of stealth. And this is where we go to our first roll for the evening for you boys. Why don't you go ahead and roll me a stealth check, and I hope everything's still connected from last night.
Are we all four of us?
So-
are rolling
No,
stealth?
these two.
No, Josh is muted still, by the way, just in case that.
That's okay. He can roll stealth.
Yeah, he's keeping
He's
quiet.
being quiet. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's bad. I'm gonna luck that right away if we have luck. Just as a note,
Oh, I
Josh.
forgot to change the other thing. I have to fix that.
Yeah, well, it's an 11. That is slightly better still. Thankfully, you have a 15. That might help.
Okay. Wow. That's actually. Oh, he rolled riding. Why are you guys riding?
I didn't.
Why are you guys?
I rolled riding earlier. That I do that at the start of literally every time we play. The next roll was my dexterity, which is stealth.
I don't see that. I see riding.
Oh, well, yeah, so Josh rolled stealth as well, and it's a 15. I rolled a 10, and then I used a luck die, and
I don't see it.
You're also not in Throne Keeper?
How am I not in
By the looks
I'm
of it?
literally in Throne Keeper.
I have a feeling you need to refresh.
No, it's refreshing me to Kingmaker. No.
You were never in Throne Keeper.
Ah! Why are you
I hate
putting
to
me in
break it to you.
Kingmaker?
I don't know, man. That's gross.
Why
would
is
anyone-
Roll20 the worst? Yeah, thank you, Jake. I know. Jake, I know. Ugh. I looked up and Jake's perfectly reacting. Oh, I should probably allow you guys to unmute yourselves.
You should, yeah, that would be smart.
Oh my god, sorry.
It's because you looked at Mog after you logged in the
Yeah.
Throne Keeper, dummy.
I think it broke all of it.
Probably. So just so you know, I rolled an 11, Josh rolled a 15. And I used a luck die to get to that 11. I had a 10 before. We're doing the podcast version now.
Sorry, everybody. Just gonna have to wait a hot moment here.
He made us wait all this time and he didn't even come prepared. He's like,
Oh,
"Come
so
on."
you didn't even see the most recent riding check that was a 15 for me. You saw the ones from last time where Josh rolled a 17 and I rolled a 19. Oh, the good old rolls.
Yeah, apparently.
I'll roll my stealth.
Who are you? I'm Sears.
How did you even get in here? This city is fortified by ghosts.
I am a ghost.
Ooh. Let's read Firefox chat. Why is it not changing?
I don't know, man. Do you need me to roll something as a test?
There we go. I think I got it. Yeah, I see the stealth on there now.
Okay.
Cool. So that one's good now. All right. Now I have to fix the other one.
Yeah.
This is so weird. I'm so sorry, everybody.
Why is there like on the stream there's like a box?
I can fix that too. That'll just take me a moment. Bam. Problem solved. All right, so this is gonna kick me. Unfortunately, it's gonna kick me out of the game. It's gonna put me in the wrong one. I think. Well, let me refresh. Oh nope. That worked. Oh yes. Wait. No. Wait. What's going on? Yes. Sorry, everybody. Again, I'm genuinely sorry about this. This wasn't supposed to happen. It's naughty.
Naughty,
have, like, an
naughty, roll
hour.
20.
To figure this out.
No. Figuring it out's easy. It just takes a moment to actually get it to function correctly.
I'm just being a little shit, man. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
what to tell you. I'm literally just being a little shit.
That's fine.
It's
That
one of
doesn't
those
bother me.
days. I've been in and out of doctor's offices all day. I got a lot of pent up sass.
Come on, you mother fluffer. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Chat. So we do this, and then we switch back to this. Oh, nope. Just a little bit of lag. 1 second. And then where's the private browsing chat?
Ooh.
Done. That should fix it. Yay! Now we're back to where it should be. I am so sorry about that. So you guys want to just re-roll those rolls since they totally didn't count?
No. Okay.
Just kidding.
I'll roll it. Why not?
No.
I mean, look, we just switched places, all right? To be
So-
fair, you should give us a luck die back, though, if that's the case.
No, you're fine. So, did you didn't just use your luck? No, you didn't. Okay, cool.
No,
So,
I did. I used one on the earlier roll.
Yeah,
which is the
exactly.
one,
Which is over
the
here,
actual roll.
so everybody can see. So, with the total of a 10 and an 11 and the total of a 16, Laz actually does a really good job of not being noticed or anything as he's kind of sneaking around. Again, sorry about that, guys. Everybody, I'm so sorry. As he's sneaking around, trying to follow Mog. Unfortunately, Oscar is not small guy. He's big, and his armor is like trading not in his armor or some words like that totally didn't work out in his favor. And
I'm wearing leathers at least. They're not. It's not the clanky armor this time.
Yeah,
But
it's the better
it still squeaks though a little bit. You know, like there's that rubbing of leather on leather that just kind of makes that kind of like noise every now and then. It's newer leather armor.
so that what noise?
That sound.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, I can make a better sound effect
No,
at some point, but I just
nope,
don't have the
nope.
energy.
Nope, we're good. So,
Good. All right. I'm glad.
Anyway, so yeah, you guys are making your way along there, but unfortunately, as you guys are making your way through despite the size of this place, despite the fact that it realistically is a town, it comes off as almost feeling like a city. Like if you took all the population of a town and you condensed it into a really small area, that would make it have a much stronger city feeling. The buildings here aren't constructed like the other parts of Adir that you've seen so far. The buildings here are constructed extremely well. They're made out of stone. They're well fortified. They're designed to withstand the beating. That and the fact that this whole place has walls and whatnot. This place is a veritable fortress. Each building is designed to last as a veritable fortress. Somebody trying to attack this place would probably not do well to succeed. Oh, the wall's missing from the front. Never mind, they've clearly lost. So so in theory, we should be ultimately defensible, like incredibly defensible, but clearly it lost. As you guys are making your way halfway through the city, unfortunately, Oscar is being a bit loud in the noises. He's noticed by a couple of the specters that are looming about. The specters, which I'll describe for you now. I forgot to make coffee. The specters, which I'll describe for you now. The specters themselves are.
Is that what the specters said? Was they forgot to make coffee?
No, they're more into tea. I mean, that's why they died. They lost the war.
You know what? I'm okay
Tea
with
is
this place being
delicious.
dead. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah. You know
Tea
what
is
I'm
fantastic. Screw coffee. Tea is better.
saying? You're wrong.
Chai tea.
Chai tea's vile.
Korean tea.
Why do you have to get racist?
It's not racist.
That's not even a race. Okay.
So
Graphical location.
So you see these specters. God damn it! I'm gonna yawn until my brain breaks up. 'cause I don't have
No
coffee.
S words because they make you yawn.
Sorry.
So
Not
what do
that
the
one.
specters look like?
They look like parent men and women that, generally speaking, most of them, wear armor. I mean, I think you're pretty much every one of them that you're seeing wears armor, has a shield or, strapped to their arm or a spear in their hand or whatever the case may be. They all seem to be warriors moving about this place. They from like the head, above the shoulders to the head, they're translucent. There's a little bit of like the edge to them has a little like kind of lesser defined edge to it, so it kind of almost has like a bit of a wispiness to it, but it's fairly well defined to the point where you can see them. You can see down the shoulders, the chest, and the upper arms, whatever it is, down to like the waistline. Seems to much better defined. And then as you go down, lower and lower from there, it gets less and less and less defined, more and more wavy to the point where they don't really have feet walking on the ground. As a matter of fact, below the knees, there's not much more than just wisp that's there. That doesn't change the fact that they're clearly walking across the ground, but as they're walking with no legs, it just gives this like weird gliding motion that you see as you just see like the top half of the legs moving forward, right? Nothing touches the ground. It's a bit eerie to see. You're seeing them. They might not be seeing you. At one point in time, you know that there was one that totally walked right by Laszlo and looked right through him like he wasn't there, and he's like, okay, and they kept going.
Are they dressed very similar to the Joseph spirit I saw?
Yeah. Like I said,
Okay.
they're all armed. Wearing armor and have
Well,
weapons.
yeah, but he was a scout, so I didn't know if he would be.
He's wearing the same armor.
Okay.
So you as you guys are walking along, eventually, unfortunately, Oscar kind of gets himself noticed. He's just not a small guy. He's like 6 foot obnoxious. And so when he tries to crouch down in an area where he saw the other two crouch down, it doesn't work. You saw Laszlo go over there. Laszlo's not small, but you saw the orc go over there, right? The orcs are big, right? You always have this idea that orcs are big people because you have the idea of what half orcs look like. Half orcs come off as these like big people, but they're really not. Orcs are kind of smaller and thicker built, right? These tend to stand at like Josh's height, like a 5'3".
Are they a lot like the dwarf that we met?
No.
I mean, taller, but like stocky, like he was.
I mean, stocky, but not quite to that degree.
Okay.
Yeah, not so squat. So anyways, when you go over there and try to duck down with them, unfortunately, you don't have the same cover as they do. A specter notices you, and Mog's like, shit, and gives like a sign for the other two to cause a bit of a distraction. So they just kind of like, making noise and whatnot down at the far end. And then as they catch the attention of several specters start moving in the direction over towards them. And kind of like as they run off, hopefully safe, out of the vicinity of the actual town. He does look at the two of you, and he says, you got to be quiet. Otherwise, we won't get ourselves killed. We're almost there. Hopefully he scared him away. Chased him away and didn't stir him up.
Does light attract them as well.
Light.
I can create a light a distance from us. Will that help? Okay.
What about
No.
darkness?
No, not exactly. If you're talking about real light, if you're talking about daylight, that makes them weak. Some of them having effectively no power. But not your magic. That's shit. You see that big building over yonder?
It's not shit, but
That big building over yonder, that's where we're heading. Heading straight for that. Dodge your way around your shits, whatever you gotta do. Eventually you'll catch in sight. There's gonna be a bit of a graveyard. There's a, I don't know what you called it, but like a long, looks kind of like a straight dick in the middle of the graveyard. Whatever you call those things.
What's your monument? Got it.
But stubby, like you. You're gonna be heading towards that. Don't get killed. We're breaking up because that way if you die, we live. Go. And you guys can make another dexterity stealth check.
Okay, that's better. We don't have any more luck die, so and Doxy's not here, so we're not getting any more.
That is a lot better. You're correct. Is there any more luck die? I don't know.
No, there were none. I used the last one the last time, unless someone's given some in the meantime.
12 minutes ago, yeah.
Ooh, neat.
Yeah.
We have to save it.
We
spend luck
will
die.
cherish
guys,
it.
We spend luck die. You guys may talk about it.
Guys, I didn't say who it went to.
Yeah,
Moving on.
it's never us.
Why
This is
do
my
you
point.
do this? Why?
Doxy's not here, so we aren't gonna get any. That's the rule. That's how this works.
All right, time to
The
stay
candy bag.
Joey, do it. Do it, Joey. Do it. I mean, hey.
So we're going towards a graveyard and a monument, a Washington monument in a graveyard.
Yeah.
You're specifically talking about presumably like a mausoleum's tombstone or something here, or like, because I will be honest with you, I 100% did not understand what you were getting at with that.
What did you understand as, Josh?
A pathway is what I imagined.
No, it's like a monument.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is it's an obelisk basically. type
More or
stuff.
less.
Oh, yeah, okay, an obelisk. Okay, that
Okay,
makes sense.
hey, we're fine. Okay.
Okay. So you guys are making your way downtown, sneaking fast, right on past Obelisk Bound. So you actually do a really good job of making your way all the way over there. Absolutely no problem. You guys get to the point where there's a little bit of a clearing, and each of you has to take your turns, making your way over to where the actual obelisk is. When you guys see each other, you can kind of coordinate a little bit. There's actually a moment where you can see that, what's his face? Mog does not have a good clearing or whatever it is to get to where he needs to. He knows that it's going to take a moment. Oscar himself actually sees an opportunity here. You happen to be in the spot where you have like the best vantage point to see the awareness over there, and you kind of take over, like get his attention, tell him to hold, and then when it's time, you tell Laszlo to go. When you see he has a moment, tell him to hold. Then you tell him to go, and then finally you can go and follow after them, and kind of like have like a nice little moment where you can coordinate that well. Eventually you get over to where the obelisk is. When you get to the obelisk, you finally kind of like slouch down and have your back up against it. And he's like, all right, this is the thing. And you can see that around the obelisk inside, again, the graveyard, so it's grass and whatnot that's right there. Inside the graveyard, there is several supplies that have been put down by the base of the graveyard. So you can kind of like see, he's clearly gathered some things about. But of that stuff, you can see some of it's been like ruined. Like you can see some of the stuff has been like charred or burned. Some of it looks like a little broken, so on and so forth. Little bits of like discolored stains on the ground. You're not entirely sure what that is. And he's like, this is the thing that we gotta prepare for the ritual. But I'm not sure if I can, it's giving me difficulties that I did not expect.
Difficulties how?
It was a wonderful grape I just ate.
It had a good crunch to it.
Delicious grape.
Mm-hmm.
So difficulties how?
These kind of magics, I'm not I know a degree of this stuff from back east where real men are made. And, unfortunately, right here, they're, well, it's different. There's like, something on it that I just can't seem to penetrate.
I'm gonna cast Arcane Awareness.
Okay. And then what do you do from there?
Remember that's like the detect magic, but stronger, but only lasts a minute. I have to make a perception check against the difficulty of the spell power. And I don't know if it's enchantment. If it's enchantment, then I have my focus. If not, then it's just
regular.
Okay.
It's never going to be enchantment.
I know.
He said enchantment multiple times.
I know. I'm joking.
Ooh,
really good.
Are you? By the way, are you happy with that result, or do you want to try to go for the?
I want to go big. I'm gonna try to roll luck.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a 21. That's incredible.
Okay.
It's what I do, baby.
Just so you guys know, that's like the hardest on the chart.
Yeah, that's like a 30 in 5e.
Yeah.
It's like a stupid level.
It is. That is a ridiculously high number right there. So anyways, yeah, you're looking this thing over. So you cast your ritual. It takes only a couple of, how long are your rounds? Like 10 seconds or 12 seconds or whatever they are. So you spend a little bit of time casting your spell, kind of getting your eyes prepared, probably making sure your goggles are removed if they're on or whatever it is, and then really kind of focusing your eyes to stare at this. As you do so, you're looking it over, and you can see the magics here are indeed very, very strange. It comes off as, I don't know, not magic that you're familiar with, but at the same time, there's something to, I mean, you rolled a 21, so I have to kind of give you a handout here. You realize that while you have a pretty strong understanding of this, and I can describe it in a moment either way, you realize that there's a degree of more understanding that you might be able to have if you focus, if you look into the other world, like you seem to have the ability to do, you might be able to see more.
Okay. With my 5 stump points, I was gonna do resources at hand to take a focus. Would I be allowed to pick a focus that's more akin to this?
Yep.
Like, would I know what school this is to pick?
Yes, but well, they wouldn't necessarily know what school it is, so you could just like focus that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing.
All right, cool. All right, so yeah, I will. I'll start whispering. Lazo will start whispering to himself, and he'll say, "I don't know why, Lady Winifred, you gave me this ability, but this seems to be tied to this kind of place. Can you please give me guidance now, and try to summon the spirit?"
Now, when you do that spirity thingy, which works, double focus gives you a +3 total, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that's the next level of focus, yeah.
Correct. So when you're looking at this pillar and try to see what happens, as you kind of open your eyes and you look about, you can see that this pillar is now becoming like a beacon of light for you. It's an insanely strong beacon of light. But it's genuinely blinding at first because there's just like so much light coming off of it. But after literally taking your goggles and adjusting them so that you can, have you don't wear them?
I don't wear them anymore, remember?
You see an extremely large beacon of light. It's genuinely blinding, and it's hard to make out what's going on while you're looking at the pillar. After taking a few moments and looking away from the thing, because you just need a moment to let your eyes adjust. Like if you're like relaxing out in your backyard, enjoying sunshine down in your face, sometimes you have to kind of like look away even though your eyes are closed. Then you can kind of look back at it because it's just too much at once. During one of those moments, you kind of like look away and allow your eyes to adjust for a second. You look out and you realize, there are many strands of light. And as you kind of like follow those strands back to the pillar, you realize there are many, many strands of light that just, when they grow so many bunched together by the pillar, it just becomes one big beacon. Again, turning and looking away, you can see each and every one of those little strands of light is attached to a different specter all around. Now again, it's very difficult to try to see what's going on because of how strong that's there. But one of the things that you do notice again with your magical analysis of 21 is that each one of those strands seems to have instead of being like a solid like beam of light that kind of like moves around with the specter, but moves around very, very, very slightly because you imagine it's far away, so it's very slight angle changes. Anyways, because like a fulcrum, right, or whatever, anchor point. You can see that it almost seems like it's an interrupted like an interrupted light source. So it has sporadic, almost like pulsing to each individual strand, like something's kind of disrupting it, or kind of like almost like affecting it in some way. When you try to look back at the source, at the pillar itself, again, it's too bright right now for you to be able to make it out. It would take some time for your eyes to adjust, or you need some sort of protection.
Yeah, I mean, if I can, I'll try the goggles if I'm looking and it's too bright. I'll try to put the goggles on. Does that help?
It will to a degree. I'm actually going to allow you to roll me a perception seeing check, but yeah, perception seeing.
15.
Okay, and roll me that Arcana check, that thing, and I'm going to tie it all together now.
Okay.
Arcana, that thing. It's very.
So I'm just gonna do Arcana lore because I have a focus in it. And it would be the same number. Okay.
It's a 20.
All right.
65.
So is that actually a 21 because of that thing with the
And the ghost technically the ghost isn't a focus, it gives me a bonus. So it would be a 22.
I thought I gave you a focus.
No, it gives me a bonus
Jesus
to my
Christ.
roll.
And 6 stunt points. Oh my god. Okay, well this just got made a lot easier. You come to the realization of a lot of things. One, this magic does not strike you as particularly strange. You kind of got feelings of this magic before. You didn't realize that you had noticed it before because obviously you were paying attention to other things at the time. But this magic doesn't strike you as too terribly different. When you were inside that, wait, did your campaign do that? No, that was not your campaign. Hold on, I gotta do a different tie-in here. I was confusing you with Regicide for a second.
Dare you? It is Friday.
It is Friday. You do have every reason to confuse us with Regicide today.
Yeah, no, it's just I thought you were inside the actual throne room or whatever it's called before. You weren't. Situation room, whatever you want to call it. So, when you were inside of the pulse that you get familiar with, it actually gives you a very strong familiarity, like that man that you met that one time. Like the actual power that you have coursing through your veins. It has a similar resonance to whatever that is. It's extremely powerful and strange, as described to you a season and a half ago, whatever it was, right? It's powerful and strange, and there's a similar resonance to it. You almost can see it as like being a marker, like perhaps the same person created both things. More than that, there's a different type of resonance to it too that you are now very keenly aware of because of your recent experiences in Amalta. There's something binding here, more than just that being the source of power, that kind of like signature on it. There's something binding here, something that makes it so it can't be broken because there's a bind to it, almost like a curse that locks it in place. Even beyond that, you can of course see there's a strong amount of like so each one of those strands has almost like curse links to it or whatever it is. Even more than that, you can see that something else is anchoring this pillar here. It is making it so it cannot move. It is stuck. It is anchored here. You know, without a doubt, that if you wanted to, you can sever each one of these ties. In severing these ties, it would have multiple things can happen. If you do it one way, and you're pretty sure you know exactly how to do it, it would release every one of these specters free to go wherever they want. If you do it another way, you would actually anchor them to something here. You're pretty sure what it would anchor to here would be the actual pillar itself. So instead of letting them free, by severing the ties, it acts almost as a leash. So it stops them from going out, but it also gives them permission to go out. If you sever them a different way, if you do the right ritual, you can actually cause them to be anchored to something else. And you're almost positive with your understanding of your crazy rolls that what you're anchoring them to is this pillar, what it is that's here. As I said beforehand, what is anchoring the pillar here, so this can't be moved or shifted or whatever it is, that's beyond you. There's another layer of magic here that you don't fully understand. It's strange, it's different to you, but it is here.
All right. So I'm sure this takes some time. I don't know what Oscar and Mog is doing, as I'm just like staring at it, and you see his like fingers twitching, like he's doing calculations and stuff like that. And then I'll look back to Oscar and go, so I see that there's two ways to Mog, how much do you know about this stuff?
I know a bit. There's like I said, it has a bit of a feeling like I got back home. But more, what's his name there, Rayrin? When he was here, he spoke to something, or looked about, or whatever it was, and he, we decided that maybe we can bind these people to this thing and send it off to another place. Another place not like here, another place elsewhere.
Oscar, do you remember that man I told you about outside the city a long time ago? The one that gave us the chest?
Yes.
I believe he did this. Or someone with that power. I feel that ability, that magic here. There's like a curse holding on to this. This pillar's acting like a umbilical cord. All these specters are attached to it, and there's something locking it into place that the pillar itself can't be moved. I don't think it can be transported to another place. But I think I know how to bind them so that they're... Now, when you say that when they're attached to the pillar, do you mean like an immediate adjacent to it kind of thing? Like they're withheld in it? Like, are we talking about like Ghostbusters, like that ecto thing?
Yeah, but like the pillar itself, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably something within the pillar.
Yeah. And I'll say, I feel like I can do magics that will trap them inside the pillar. Or I can release them.
Sorry.
Or I can release them, but they'll be free to move about however they want.
That's not a great choice either way.
One contains it, at least. One makes it less concentrated.
We contain it.
I look to Mog and go, do you think that's wise? You know more of this than I do, I think.
Hold up a minute there. You've been looking at this thing for what, 3 minutes? And you already understand the way it works?
He's good like that.
I have a connection. Whoever made this gave me a gift, I believe. And I'll look back to Oscar and go, I don't think he was Lady Winifred's agent. This is powerful magics now. This is something different. And I'll look back to Mog and I'll say, Mog, I was given a gift to see into the other world, to see into the other realm. It gave me answers when I looked just now at this pillar.
Holy shit. I have to say, I never met one of your kind before. I just thought you looked like something fun to kick. But I'm a bit impressed. You understand this shit better than me, and you've been here a minute. Listen, I'm gonna need your abilities in the future, but for now with this thing, I'm gonna tell you what I was thinking. You can bind, right? You can bind to this rock here? Well,
Yes.
There's another way we can do this. We can bind it, and then be bound to the rock. But in doing that, we're leaving them trapped forever. I hate to say this, but there's another way. These people, they're people. They're gonna be trapped here forever, if that's what we do. Literally forever. Their souls rotten. That sounds like shit to me, and that's what Raven wanted to do. He wanted to bind them to it and kick it off somewhere else. Now, He thinks he's sending them to the right place. I think that's bullshit. He doesn't know where they're supposed to go. Do you know? I ain't no god. I ain't no saying I am speaking for no god. Vroga tells me to fight, I fight.
You're right. I don't think it's a good idea.
If
I
we
don't-
free them. If we free them. By free, does that mean set free on the lands here, or does it mean free
I don't
to
want
go?
to. No. We can't free them. If we free them, we'll be just like what you're trying to say. There's a different way to bind them. Now I want you to think for a minute and don't get all gutsy on me, alright? You just shut up and think. We don't bind them to the pillar. We bind them to the people. These are their ancestors. We bind them to the people out there. It won't harm the people none. It's something we do back home. We don't do it for just some random piece of shit sitting on a boat hoping to survive. We do it for chiefs. We do it for warlords. We do it for the ones that earn it. But listen, if we do this right, it actually gives them a chance, when finally who they're bound to dies, to move on. To go where they're meant to go.
Do I think I could do that? Like, would I have to do it like individually, like a strand per person kind of thing?
So thinking about that, you're like, I know I can bind them. And I knew there was a different way that I could bind them. I could either bind them here or elsewhere. As he's saying that, you're thinking to yourself, you're like, I knew there was a pull. There's a pull that could go somewhere else. And you're realizing, that is possible. That is definitely possible. Individual strands, yes and no. The strands would have to be bound individually to people, but not something that you have to be like, all right, let me sell this one on to you. Okay, next in line. Like it would be done magically. It's kind of like filtered throughout, right? But you think like he seems to know what he's talking about. It's some ritual that they do. Maybe the two of you together can do it.
Yeah, I think it's better. I'll look to Oscar and go, I do like that better than trapping souls here forever, and we can't free them. They'd cause destruction across this land.
I agree. That's why I initially said contain, if I knew there was another option.
Well, it's an option that it might make people a little bit queasy. But I have to say, I think it's the best for everyone. Listen.
Wait, are these the visual people?
This is them. They made a pact. If they die, they live and serve this place, and when they die, they stay and serve.
Oscar, I mean, I would want I don't want to tie a spirit to somebody without them knowing. But if we talk to them, I wish Carcellin was here because she would help. But if we talk to them, I think they would agree. The man I spoke to, Joseph, even in death, he was still willing to fight for Vigil. I think that these people have that mentality to be together, a loyalty to them, to this community.
Do these people need to be here for this binding?
We can send them out there. They're just across the lake. They ain't far. I already knew from before that this ritual would have a center around here, and I could affect things nearby. Unless they went all running off in the woods or some shit, they should be close enough we can make it happen. After it's done, then we can worry about the next step. Again, they're bound here. They're bound here as long as their promise is etched. This motherfucker needs to be broken.
All right, I think it's a good idea, Monk. I think we should do it.
I think the people of Vigil have already made a decision by living where they lived. They made that pact.
Yes. Plus, there's nothing wrong with the ancestors protecting you.
Wow. Who knows? Might do them some good.
Okay, so let's do this. Show me what you know. Maybe we could come up with a method to fix this.
Alright, but we're gonna need some eyes, keeping our backs nice and safe. Hey, he seems to be a bit capable. Are you gonna be capable too? Or are you gonna get us killed? He says, looking at Oscar.
Oscar just deadpans him.
Like that matters. He actually draws his axe from his side and goes to hand it to you.
Oscar will initially take it and just say, "You sure you don't want this just in case?"
This ain't no regular axe. It's made out of a special metal.
All right.
If one of them things comes up near us, you give it a whack.
All right.
So anyways, Josh, you actually as he's trying to describe the ritual to you, it's ridiculous because you're rolls and you're a douche. As he's describing the ritual to you, he actually describes it in such a way that you're like, yeah, I get it. Like he just, the way he's describing it, like it's like one of those. It's imagine, because he's from such a primitive culture where their magic is so primitive. He's describing things to you like, now the way that you got to do this over here, the significance is the way that it has an effect on the volume of your voice, and you're like, has nothing to do with the volume of a voice.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it has to do with the enunciation and it's like you're like, I know facts. Stop with your stupid hippy dippy bullshit. So anyways, he's describing it to you, and you are steps ahead of him. So you guys very easily are able to figure out how it is you need to lay out the ritual, but it takes a considerable amount of time for you to get this thing prepared. The downside is we got the ritual all set, but the problem is it's going to take us a bit of time to finish, and it's getting dark.
We shouldn't be out here. You already said that they get weaker in the daylight. I can only imagine what they'd be like at dark.
We gotta find our asses back out of here.
Okay, let's go, and maybe we could. Do you think the Vigilites could give us aid? Watch our back, because I imagine once we start this ritual, they're gonna get angry.
Yes and no. There's one more we gotta talk to. She says she'll try to make them help out. There's a woman here. Rayron talked to her. Her name's The Vigil, because they're good at naming shit out here.
The Vigil. Okay. I'll look to Oscar and goes, it's probably their leader, if the town is named after her, or vice versa.
Sure.
We're gonna have to look for her bright and early in the morning. Make sure she's on our side. Without her friends here, or whatever you want to call them, it's going to be a bit difficult. But we're gonna have to make sure they're on our side. They're willing to be what's the word I'm looking for? But willing to work with us.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm not exactly a great people person, though.
She ain't no people.
He says, and we'll reach to take his axe back, and you guys can start making yourself out of there.
Yeah. All right.
I ain't a people person. She ain't people.
16 for me.
Come on, Oscar.
13 for me.
Oscar?
That could be worse.
It could also be better.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm thinking about it, but I don't think we have any left because the last
Just
one.
do it. Just
One
do
way to
it.
find out.
Sure, 15.
Okay.
Oh, whoa. Thank you.
Holy
Whoa.
shit! Thank you, everybody.
Wow.
Because I said Doxy wasn't here.
Aw.
It's pity. Pity luck.
That's very nice. I appreciate your pity.
I'll take pity.
I humbly accept your pity.
Yeah, that's how I got married. Pity. Come on.
Oh, God damn it.
I mean,
Oh.
I got married for my charming good looks.
Out of curiosity, just in case I have to put Mog's axe on my sheet at some point, Scott, is it a two-handed axe or battle axe? Like, what are we talking about here?
Oh, it's a battle axe, but he took it back.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know I'm aware, but if we come back
Oh,
tomorrow,
yeah,
and
gotcha.
have
Yeah.
anything,
Cool.
For my knowledge, so if I look in
It's a
the
battle axe. Yep. All right,
Okay.
so you guys are actually able to slip your way out. He does his other spell, bring, y'all good, and you slip your way out. As you do that and you leave the place, you're actually able to get out and spend the night, relax and rest, and so on and so forth. In the morning, when you wake up, you're actually going to wake up to nothing yet. The other three of you, hi. Technically four of you, but Doxy's a little preoccupied. Are able to roll in camp. Roll in to camp. It's actually nighttime the night beforehand when you guys roll into camp. But as you guys go riding into camp, you were escorted by a what are they called? Valorant guard. That way it makes things easy because they can, oh my guard, banner, and like cool. And you guys can just walk right into camp. It's actually pretty easy where they find out where's General Jaeger. You find out where he is, and you guys are, brought to go meet General Jaeger. Because it is so late, General Jaeger wasn't like up and waiting for you or anything like that. Because you guys, like I said, it took a long time to ride down here on very fast horses. Y'all sore, y'all tired. Rena's feeling like crap. But you go to meet with General Jaeger, and he just has to be like arisen from bed to come and join you. So it's not like he's got like full garb or anything like that. He's much more dressed down. But he will meet you inside of his like primary tent. You can see that where you are is an army like tent city or whatever you want to call it, for a good number of soldiers. You don't know how many soldiers, but definitely a lot. It doesn't look like this is meant to be a permanent camp, or if it is, it's brand new. Either way, when you brought to go sit inside of his tent, you actually wait outside of it until he arrives, walking up to the four of you outside the tent, and just says, well, we'll say Doxy's like, I know it's a really important conversation, but I gotta get some sleep. Girl can't stay this pretty without a little bit of effort. And so she goes to bed alone. Because Chriselle would totally miss an important conversation like this. It's canon. So the tent opens up, and General Jaeger will invite the three of you in. The three of you have met Jaeger before or no?
We have not.
Okay.
Negative. We've only heard of him from Cadis, and by we, I mean Rena and Elijah, because Ophios doesn't remember.
Okay. The three of you go walking, and he says, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. This way. And he, they open up the tent, and he'll walk in, and the three of you can kind of walk in behind him. He says, he gestures towards this two seats in front of the desk. He says, have a seat. And he, as he walks over to his side of the desk, he'll point at another chair across the tent. So one of you guys can choose to go and get the third chair. And he'll go and sit at the other side of the desk, like I said.
Ophios will walk over to the chair further away and just sit on the chair further away.
Bad boy.
He doesn't know what the gesture meant.
I'm going left first. So the two of you sit down in front of him. Do any of you speak first, or?
Yeah, I will. Leon Jaeger, I've heard a lot about you.
Have you?
I have. From Cadis.
Ophios is scooting his chair closer, realizing he can't hear.
He nods as you say that, and he says, Rena. That makes you Elijah, and that would be Ophios.
You are correct.
Yes, I am Ophios.
I thought Ophios died in a peculiar manner,
It's complicated.
as life seems to have become.
We hear
Wait,
you.
so I died?
We hear you have a bit of a problem here, or something.
Yes, though, truth be told, I already have an expert working on it.
Who's the expert? Sorry, caught you in mid-chew.
My
Chris Ellen chimes in. It's Laszlo, isn't it?
Is that what
That was
Griselda
the
sounds like?
worst.
It's late. I don't have my makeup on.
I took off my gem that makes me young.
It's a diamond. Flawless.
Oh,
God.
thanks, Doxy. We love you.
For
You're
that,
so dirty.
okay.
So Doxy, since you can't see this, Scott just muted them for saying they love you.
Oh no, I muted
He
myself.
timed him out too.
I muted
Oh.
myself. Josh got timed out in chat, which you know,
All right. So
which was fair, honestly.
he says former member of the Arcane Congress.
That definitely sounds like an expert.
He is. Why are the three of you here? Are you looking for Cadus?
No. I heard he's north somewhere.
He is collecting his soldiers and leaving, as previously promised.
Why are we here's?
Well, Chrysellen. Do you know Chrysellen?
Chrysellen. Ah. She was mentioned, in fact, by the two gentlemen that head south for me.
Well, she told us her companions, I suppose, are the ones helping, which I assume is the expert.
Ah, yes, that's why we's here's. We here's to helps.
It's dangerous down there. If you choose to go down that way, you could be very likely are putting your life at risk. Why would you go? Do you know what you're walking into?
Well, I guess I'd like to know a little more, but we have other business with her companions.
Well, your business is your own. It's your choice to do as you will. The city is overrun by undead, but not like the undead that's plagued the rest of Adir. Not the walking dead. They're specters of sorts. They will sap the strength of you, your very life from you in moments. You'd be lucky to last a minute.
We were told a little bit about that. I imagine only magic would work against them.
As far as I understand, there's actually a specialized ore that can be collected, refined, and used to cut through them.
Do you have any of this, or?
That's a state secret.
I'm gonna roll an insight.
He says that's classified.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rolling an insight.
Well, it's a good roll. It's a good roll, sir.
I forgot we can't see that on our.
He
I
is 20
got a
total.
20 total.
You actually, it's one of those fun things where you're not entirely sure if he has the ore or not, but you think he does, or at least he knows or at least he knows where to find it. You know, like you don't think he's got like a stockpile of weapons, but he definitely you think he might have some more.
So you do probably has some. What's it called?
I'm not here to converse about metallurgy. It's not exactly my forte.
Is mine.
It
Then-
stands to reasons that we should knows for purposes.
If you're asking because you're hoping to get your hands on some, you're not going to.
I wasn't asking for it, just to know what it is.
Well, that kind of information's classified.
As this me's.
Well, it seems like we won't really be able to help if we're not properly filled in.
I'm not asking for your aid in this matter.
you said you wanted to speak with the two of them. You're welcome to find them. I'll gladly tell you where they are. As for details about the ore, you're also welcome to figure that out yourself.
So where are they?
Just to the south of here. If you head straight south, there's going to be there'll be a bit of a military camp you'll come across. It's actually my military camp, but we had to move temporarily per orders of the Chosen. It's going to be temporarily inhabited by the refugees of Vigil, right on the lake's edge. The other side of the lake, we'll actually find the city of Vigil. The city has fallen. As I said, it's filled with undead. The south side of the city, there will be an open wall. It was destroyed during the war. Details don't really matter much. They fell. Somewhere around there is likely where you'll find them. Outside the city or in it. But I can tell you this. Don't go now. It's extremely dangerous at night. Exceedingly dangerous at night. You're going to want to wait till the morning. Mog is with them. Mog is one of us. Mog is with them, and he will have had them evacuate prior to night's fall. But he'll also not want to waste time and have them rejoin back in the city shortly after the sun goes up. I suggest you leave at sunrise.
Orders of the Chosens, not Paradels.
I'm sorry?
You moved your camps for the Chosens, not Paradels orders.
Why would I follow orders for Paradel?
Is he not?
He definitely is Perrin, and he definitely looks like Paradel military.
Why would you not be following Paradel's orders?
I retired.
Are you?
Some time ago.
Then whose do you report to?
He looks at the two of you a little bit confused, and then looks back to you and says, "My name is General Leon Jaeger. I am the General of Valoran. Valoran is a nation whose boundaries you are just outside of, but within the sphere of their influence. This is a portion of Valoran's army. Valoran as a nation is led by many advisors, including myself being the general of the army, and it's 3 chosen, each individually selected by a different god. Yes, the chosen of the Quill."
I know Rayrens.
He nods.
He would want you to tell us of the ores.
And when he returns and gives me commands to do so, then that'll be a different conversation.
That might be a bit complicated.
What's complicated is how annoyed I'm growing. I was woken in the middle of the night to come and speak with you, and you are being incredibly disrespectful. I've already told you no. Asking again will not get you the answer.
We really just wanted to know where Chrysalin's companions were, and you've told us that. We'll be
Of
on
course.
our way.
You don't need to leave now. Again, it's late. It's dangerous. I'll make sure that beds are set for you. Do you have food, or do you need rations supplied?
I suppose we would need some.
I'll of course have that taken care of. The rest of your equipment, if you need one of the soldiers to look after it, they can give it a good cleaning. Again, you look as though you've been on the road for a considerable amount of time. If you're going to be entering into a dangerous scenario, I suggest you have your armor oiled and your weapons prepared.
We appreciate the help.
Of course. He'll look over to the tent's flap behind you where you can see there's somebody standing there. Also dressed down, not fully in their garb. You can imagine this is some sort of lieutenant or whatever it is that serves under him. And he says, "See to it." And the person gives a nod. And then we'll open up the flap and say, "You can come with me."
Ophios would say, "And my apologies. I'm still learning things."
He nods and says, "Accepted, and thank you."
I'll turn to leave.
Okay. You go to leave, and the lieutenant will lead you guys over, unless you have conversation with him at all.
Elijah's, why were you so quiet?
Oh, can't hear you. Yeah,
What a goof. Oh,
it's not working.
just incredible. Yeah.
You realize you could plug it in and save us all the hassle of wasting our time?
Oh, he's muted.
Oh boy, it's gonna take a while.
Take a moment.
He has to reset it because it's probably disconnected.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I mean, he can unmute himself. I don't know why he's not doing it. What is he doing?
He unplugged
Mic's not
it, so
working.
he has to
unplugged it,
reset
yeah.
it.
He actually has to go and reset it now.
Because he did this.
He did.
I was wondering why he didn't say anything. I was like,
I think he was waiting for permission to talk, so I was like, oh, we should, you know.
I need the link for their YouTube channel.
Whose YouTube channel?
It's on
The
Spotify,
podcast?
isn't it?
I watch it on YouTube personally.
Oh.
I'll take a Spotify link.
I fell
I-
asleep to the
hold
Witcher
on.
campaign last
I
night.
actually have these
Yeah?
because Josh
Oh.
sent them to me.
I wish I
literally
could.
today. Hold on, Scott. I'm sending you all of the
I wish I
links
could
on
too.
a DM. Well, I'll just send it in the lounge chat here.
It was just one of those things that I didn't want to go to bed, and I turned on the Witcher campaign and eventually fell asleep.
I don't have Spotify, so I try. I'm
first
still
one?
I'm still in, like the first like quarter of the one Rena's on. So
oh yeah, that's a long one. Sorry.
I can't wait
talk
till
a lot.
Anno's on it. I won't like. Yeah, that's fine. This is just over 2 hours. I'll listen to the whole thing. I can't wait till Anno's on it. Like Anno's so like you listen to the ones that Joey's on, and Joey sounds like an angry person that tries to throw shade. But Joey's just like sounds like a kid throwing a temper tantrum in a grocery store because he can't buy a piece of candy up at the checkout aisle. You know what I mean? Like Anno coming in and throwing shade is gonna be like I don't know, like friggin' marching army walking in and taking over. Like I'm a little bit afraid of how he's gonna be on the podcast. Is Messi like performing fellatio on himself? What is he doing?
Oh, that's a joke taken directly from Mono there.
Oh, is he?
so-
Wait, really?
No, read Ano's chat message again. It's, the one you stole that joke from, and then
Oh, I honestly didn't even see that he wrote. I swear to you, I didn't
Scott,
even see that
quick,
joke.
time him out, so they don't see that. And you did it. You said it.
No, I'm not even joking. I didn't even know that he said that. I wasn't reading. I'm like,
okay,
oh,
all right. Well, you're on the same wavelength as Ano, apparently.
well, while
so-
we're waiting, I'm totally not going to check up on some maps of anything happening anywhere in
So,
the real world.
Scott, I did send you those links in the Aurorum Lounge, so you can add a command for them while you wait, maybe, rather than stressing yourself out by looking at particular maps.
I mean, it's 11. We could also just take the break and come back.
Oh
sorry,
yeah, we'll do that. All right, we'll take a break because
PM?
Messi ruins everything. All right, we'll take a break because Messi ruins everything. We'll be right back, everybody. Thank you,
Thanks,
Josh.
Jesse.
Thank you, Josh. Appreciate it. How has nothing changed?